Hey, how's it going? It's Ollie here. So, very warm welcome to today's video. We're going to look at some smash hit products to sell on Amazon, manufacturing them with your own brand, and we're going to use my AI tool to do the research. So if you want to follow along, click the link in the description. You can get my AI tool for free, and then just follow the steps. So, how does this process work? Well, step one, we're going to follow the prompts from the AI tool. Okay, so it's going to ask me, what category of products are you interested in? And I want to have a think. What kind of brand would I like to build? What kind of products would I like to manufacture? Why don't we go for kitchen? It's usually a good place to start because there's so many different products that you can manufacture for the kitchen, and they're all quite small, quite light, easy to make. So it's asking us for a category. Let's maybe go with silicone. Silicone is very easy to manufacture, and it usually meets food standards, which is really important. And there's just loads of factories producing it, so it can be a great versatile material to work with. It's asking me, do we want trending or innovative silicone products or evergreen proven sellers? I think evergreen would be better to me. I'd always rather have a product that sells for a decade rather than a year. I don't know about you, just simply because then we don't have to keep refreshing the catalogue and launching new products. Cool, okay, so it's breaking down the list of 100 into different subcategories, which is pretty cool. So why don't we go with silicone muffin cups? All right, so we're going to search for that on Amazon. Just type in the keyword. I really want to see an overview of the niche. So now we've got like a keyword, an idea for what product to actually sell. We want to move on to step 2, which is analyze the demand. We want to see if there's 3 sellers making £3,000 a month or more with this product. So I like to sort by category first, because my criteria works best when you sort by category first. So we're going to choose home and kitchen, categories on the left of the search bar. Then I'm going to use AMZ Scout to analyze this niche and see how high the demand is. So we really want to be avoiding products that have got nothing to do with our keyword. So this is not a silicone muffin cup, and neither are any of these. So really, it starts here. This is an air fryer egg mold, which it might not be the exact same thing, but could you use it for muffins? Yes. So I think it pretty much serves the purpose. You know, if someone was typing in silicone muffin cups, they might end up buying this. So this would be a competitor, right? We want to have a look at the competitors. So how many of our competitors then are selling the right thing that we want to sell and are making at least 3k a month? Well, I'd count that as one. They're making £8,000 a month. This one could potentially compete as a silicone muffin pan. They might choose to buy that instead because it does fix the same problem. So it's a 50-50 because they're not cups, it's a pan, but I'm going to count it anyway. So that's 2. This one, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we've got 8 people making at least £3,000 a month selling silicone muffin cups. Cool. All right. So there's definitely high demand then. So now we can move on to step 3, analyze the competition. So how do we do this? Well, we want to see how many established sellers are in the niche. Established sellers are sellers where the customers just trust because they've got tons of reviews. They've been selling for a very long time. They're very well established in the niche. I'd say like 500 reviews makes you an established seller. So how many of them are there? Well, if we sort by reviews in AMZ Scout, we can see very easily who the established sellers are. So the number 1 is Amazon Basics. Okay, customers probably trust them because it's Amazon's brand. They got 94,000 reviews. Okay, this seller here has 15,000 reviews. I don't really know if that actually is muffin cups though. They're molds. I think they're for donuts and other types of baking. Maybe we should ignore this one. Again, possibly a 50-50, but I think if someone wants to make muffins, these designs probably won't help them. So I wouldn't say this is a direct competitor. Okay, so ignore them. So we've got 1 established seller, 2 established sellers. They've got 11,000 reviews. Skip all the metal ones. 3 established sellers. 4. This is actually a duplicate, so we'll just count that as 4. 5. And again, I think this is a duplicate. 6. So we want 5 or less. So this has just a little bit more competition than we would want. But to be honest with you, it's not like there's 20. I mean, I would feel quite comfortable selling a product inside this niche. All right. So we've had a look at the competition. It's not ideal, but it's manageable. So we're going to move on to step 4. Check if it's low hassle. Now, there's a few things we want to look at when we're seeing for products low hassle. Is it small and light, easy to ship from China, easy to ship to the customer? Is it easy to manufacture? Is it seasonal? And is it in a low hassle category? So there's a few low hassle categories: home and kitchen, sports and outdoors, pets, stationery and office supplies. Home and kitchen is definitely one of them. So generally products in home and kitchen, quite easy to make and list on Amazon. So I'm happy from that standpoint. Is it seasonal? Well, I can't really see any type of year when muffins are more likely to be popular. It's not really a Christmas thing, I wouldn't say necessarily, but we can look at the data to back this up. So if we look at product history, over a period of 2 years, are there some peaks? I mean, yeah. This is February, so there's a big peak in February. I wouldn't really know why. Is that a Valentine's Day thing? I don't know. It could be something to do with a promotion they were running. I mean, they put their price down, interestingly, around this time of year, and the sales spiked. So maybe it was because of that. They did the same thing here. They put the price down here, and the sales spiked again. So could be something to do with their marketing rather than the marketplace itself. Let's look at another one. Yeah, the sales seem to be kind of quite steady throughout the year. There was a peak here again in February for some strange reason. I don't know what's happening in February, March that makes people want to eat muffins, honestly. I don't know. Maybe you know, and I'm completely unaware of it. To me, though, it doesn't seem like there's a time of year when these sell really well and a time of year when these sell really badly across the board. So I don't think they're seasonal. All right. Are they easy to manufacture? Well, I mean, it's a piece of silicone shaped in a certain way, like a thin piece of silicone put into a mold to make each muffin cup. I don't think it's going to be that hard to actually manufacture these. Certainly small, certainly light. I can't see them being difficult to sell logistically. Once we're confident of that, we're going to move on to step 5. Check the gap. So, are there things to improve in the niche? I'm going to take the best-selling product that makes the most revenue in the niche, which happens to be Amazon's one. We're going to open their listing, and we just want to see what needs to be improved with their product. Because, you might be intimidated by this, thinking, okay, it's Amazon's own brand. They've got 94,000 reviews. You might be thinking, okay, customers will always gravitate to this, and in some ways you'd be right. But if there's a fundamental flaw with their product, or maybe something that a lot of customers would prefer was different, maybe in terms of size or color or whatever, if you can do that, you'll get a slice of the revenue, right? So can we find any clues? Let's go to the 1 star and see what they say. Poor quality for the price. Smoked really bad when first used them. Interesting. Very difficult to clean. Great apart from the taste and smell. Impossible to clean fully. Hard to clean and the silicone taste doesn't go away. Awful to clean. Do yourself a favour and get ones with a shallower or no frill. Okay, so maybe the frilled part is what's making it difficult to clean. So if you could develop an easy clean version of this product, do you think you would get a slice of the market share? I think you potentially could. Now, with anything we do in business, we want to look at data first, which is what we just did. We looked at reviews, and then we want to test small. So I'm not saying you should go, oh wow, this product is making $8,000 a month, and there's a flaw, so let's spend 5,000 on a massive order from China and just hope the marketplace likes it. No, we want to start off by maybe ordering 50 units, right? Seeing how they perform. And if they do well, then we can start to scale up as we feel confident. So we've looked at the 4 elements of the smash hit product radar: high demand, low competition, low hassle, gap. Finally want to move on to step 6, the final analysis. What's my overall feeling about this product? What's my hunch? And would I actually sell it? Well, there's certainly a few red flags with the niche. The demand looks good. There's people making money, which is awesome, right? The competition is okay. There's 6 established sellers. The biggest red flag about the competition is the fact that one of those sellers is Amazon themselves, which really puts a lot more trust in the customer than even other brands would. Like the rest of these brands here are just private label brands, probably from China. They haven't even bothered to come up with a proper brand name, you know. So I'm not really worried too much about them, but Amazon themselves, a lot of customers will buy from them. I mean, you can see they've got 94,000 reviews. So what this means is you're going to have to do quite a lot to differentiate yourself and make something better. That's going to be the challenge in this niche. By the way, every niche has a challenge. There's never going to be a niche that's perfect or easy or, you know, faultless. There's always going to be a challenge. That's what you get paid for, to take on the challenge, offer a better product, and then that's how you make a ton of sales as an Amazon seller. So I've had a quick look on Alibaba for easy clean silicone muffin cups, and I found this. So this design has less ridges. Okay, it looks like it would be easier to clean each one. So what you could do is start a conversation with the supplier and just ask them, look, do you have any other designs that might be easy clean? What other options do you have? What you'll find is suppliers like this one, Yichang Heart Key International. This isn't their only product. They'll list like a handful of the things they can make on Alibaba, but they'll have a whole catalogue with pages and pages and pages of products they can actually manufacture. And then they source the raw materials, use the blueprint they have, and make the product. So you could get into a conversation with them, talk about the flaws with the products already selling. You don't have to mention you're selling on Amazon. And then get a small test batch made to get things started. Right? So is this a smash hit product? Potentially, if you can overcome some of its flaws. As always, test it before, you know, trying to sell loads of them. But yeah, there is definitely potential there. So if you would like to have a chat with me about how we can get your Amazon business off the ground, what I'd love to do is invite you to book an Amazon Accelerator call. So click the link in the description. You can book in the call. What we'll do is we'll talk about your goals and get really clear on why you want to build this business. Right? So, you know, what motivates you to sell on Amazon? How much income would you want to make? And how do we know when you've hit the goal and you feel really happy? Once we've talked about that, we'll talk about how things are now. What have you tried so far? Have you had a business before? Have you had any experience? Or are you just starting from scratch? Because then I'll know where you're starting from and where you want to go to. Once we know those things, then we'll come up with a plan and figure out what things could stop you from getting from where you are now to hitting the goal. Like what things you need help with along the way. When we've come up with all that information, it'll be much easier for us to develop a really clear strategy together to help you hit your goals. And then if you want to talk a little bit about, you know, how we could actually work together to implement the plan, then we can do. I can do things like help. I can actually research products for you. I can get listings written for you with my listing agency. And I can help you with logistics, getting stuff shipped over from China, and give you one-to-one support. So if you want to have a chat, click the link in the description, book in an Amazon Accelerator call. And thanks so much for watching this video. Hit like, hit subscribe to get more videos like this. Leave a comment with something, maybe an insight you had from this video, or just let me know if you enjoyed it. I'd really appreciate that. And I'll catch up with you very soon.